Hi, good morning guys. It is Monday, 6th of April, and you see the waterfall behind me. I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm down just outside Moffat, and that's the grey mare's tail. This is a plan C. Basically, Saturday we should have been up in Skye for a wild camp and a couple of hills. Schooners would have been one of them, and Blaven. But unfortunately, due to Storm Dave, that had to get cancelled. So I toyed about with the idea of maybe just going to a bothy for a night, and decided just to sack it. So I'm off today, I'm off tomorrow, and the main reason of the Skye trip was to bag another Munro, obviously, but to try out some new kit that I've got, show you and let you know the new kit that I've got and tell you how it performed. But this hike here, straight out of the car, straight into it. Yeah, it's like a staircase. Just need to take my time. Last thing I want is wet feet. I think I found a bit. I've had to come a good bit upstream, and I'm going to try and get across here. This has a cross. Fuck me, so slippy. The rocks were so slippy, man. I managed to get out without the water getting in my boot. I think the best of the weather, cloud free at the summit, is in the afternoon. So it's back at 11 now, so I'm just going to take my time. Good thing about this is I started late today. There was no crazy early rise. It was only around 20 minutes. And it was all motorway driving. Majority was motorway driving. Only 10 mile if you hit Moffat. But the wee 10 mile from Moffat to here was fantastic. It was a lovely wee drive. Anyway, bits of views opening up the now. My target's up here. There's a horseshoe you do all the way around. The take it lock scheme is just doing this big run out here. It's the first look at lock scheme, just doing in here. So my route brings me down there. I'm going to head up to the north side of lock scheme, see if I can find a decent pitch. Right guys, that's us at the summit of White Coomb. at 821 metres. That took us 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, that was 5 minutes, mates. Only about for 5 minutes, it's cleared a wee bit. The wind's really cold. Hey guys, that's us at the summit. The second top of the day, 5th Hope rig at 800 metres. We're at 2 hours 40 minutes, so 25 minutes between the two summits. Hey guys, this is at the final push down and then up onto the last summit. That's Loch Skene down there. I'm hopefully going to camp down in here. I had a look at the map and we just dropping down and getting down, but it looks too craggy. I'm going to have to go up an hour room. Aye, great hike coming along here. Really, really flat. I say you've got a wall and a fence, so navigation is pretty straightforward. Same again, you get the wall and the fence here, and they drop down, up and down. So, as we look at Loch Skene from up here, there you go, first glimpse. Sunshine today. Oh, I mean it's really warm. Guys, this is the last summit of the day, Loch Craighead at 800 metres. There's a big cairn there, according to the map. This is it here, the pile of stones here. So we're 800 metres, and that is took us 3 hours 40 minutes. So about an hour for that last summit we were on. Same height, 800 metres. Hey, that's me doing after the hike, guys. I'm basically going to break away for the path, head cross country over to Loch Skene. I did think about contouring the mountain round, but I just didn't fancy it. I didn't fancy it at all. A bit boggy, a wee bit heather bashing, but I'll just pick a wee route through this and hopefully find a nice pitch. Now I've been well informed, my good mate Murchie, that there's a good pitch at the north end of the loch, so fingers crossed the water's not too high and took it away, but I reckon we'll be alright. Really warm now you're down to most of the wind, and that sun's out, it's roasting, it's absolutely roasting. So I'm going to pick a wee path across here, and hopefully the next time I talk to you I'll be showing you a lovely flat pitch with no wind. Well troops, the first real look up close at Loch Skene. Very nice. Top tip for you guys, you think you're you're going to look for a pitch, have a tent peg handy. Make sure it's going to take a tent peg before you start getting all your kit out. That's the tent up. I'm not happy with it. I'm really not happy with it at all. I can't go into internet to see if the wind has got any worse. According to the forecast before I left, it hadn't, but check that out. I just don't fancy that at all. So rather than leave it up and damage it, I've got a plan D. I've got a bivvy bag with me. I'm going to bivvy it. Yeah, I don't want to be fanning about the night, dark a cloak, messing about with a fucking tent that's fucking blew away. So yeah, that's coming down. And yeah, get the bivvy set up, Check out the difference in that water, guys, from when I first came here. The weather forecast was for 20 mile an hour winds, and it wouldn't get any higher than that. It's just picked up there and now. I'm even toying with the idea of just going home. I'm thinking, how am I going to cook? How am I going to cook my food if I'm bivvying? I need that shelter, I need that protection. Yeah, I think I might just head for home, call it a day. What a beautiful area, it would have been ideal. I wish now I had my Acto with me. Ah well, if you're out to try a new kit, you have to try a new kit. Can I try a new kit if I've got my Acto with me? That's me back on the main path. That was a tough gig, coming across that heather when your mindset's on a couple of beers and lying about in a tent, you know what I mean? Trying to flick that switch and back into hiking mode. Yes, I'm back on the path. Bear in mind, I'm at 510 metre, guy. It's obviously going to be a wee bit windier up here than it is doing it like ground level. I'll assess the situation when I'm down there and take it from there. Right guys, that's me back at the start of the hike where I broke left to go up and do the first corbett there. That was my route all the way around the back there, right round and down there. So I went up there this morning. I'm going to cross down there, I'll be a bit up there and cross. I'm still on the lookout for any pitches. I'll check on the way down, but never say never. That's us almost back at the car park. Well, I'm at 15.5k. We're just coming up for the 7 hour mark. Not made my mind up what I'm going to do. There's a few wee bits over here, but they're dead right next to the road. Can the rest of the alphabet, and we're going to go straight to Plan Z. This is it. Greymare's Tails car park's just over here. On a wee dip, found this wee bit here. It's a wee bit bumpy, it's a wee bit boggy, but hey ho, it'll do me a turn. Yeah, that looks good, So, I'm going to set this tent up again. The wind is very, very light. It's too good a night to get back home. Sun's out, it's to be a nice day tomorrow. That's us set up. Cracking pitch. I wish that's how it looked up at Lochskeen, but unfortunately it never. But I don't know, maybe just me needing a wee bit more practice on it. I've only set up the once in the garden. This is the first time using it in anger. Still doesn't look right, I don't know, it just looks a bit bowing here. Best it is, I watched all sorts of videos on if you do have issues with it, how you can just take the pole down a bit, stretch it out, all that carry on. But anyway, it's up. We're in a cracking spot here. There you go. That's my digs for the night. Cheers, guys.
We come bearing gifts.
Oh, this is Bridget and James, who I met on the hill. And they met me at my worst point where my tent wouldn't stay up and that.
Oh, you've done a really good job though.
It's cute.
It's looking good, eh?
Yeah, it's looking
I wish it
really
looked like that up there. Well, that's Bridget and James. I'll be home here from Manchester. And I met them just as I was taking my tent down at the top end of Loch Skene, and they've come over bearing gifts for me. They've got this wee funny man there, penguin biscuit and a tangerine. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. If you watch this video, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Stove on, stair, and I'll just have a wee look in the bag, see what we're having for the dinner. Expedition Foods, spaghetti bolognese, 800 cal.
There was a time before cable, when the local anchorman reigned supreme was the balls.
I look good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Know her name. What is it? Lanolin?
Scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Good morning, guys. It is 6 o'clock and it's probably not the best sleep I've had in a tent. Yeah, I was tossing and turning. I don't think this mat's the best for starters, this 4-class mat. Yeah, I can feel a bit of chill coming through the ground for it. And the sleeping bag, I had to jump into the bivvy bag this morning about 2 o'clock. The tent, I don't know, the jury's still out on the tent, but what do you expect? I don't know, it's all new to me. So anyway, because I've not got that walkout this morning, I'm going to skip breakfast and that. I'm just going to get packed up, straight into the car and get up the road. Ooh. Yeah, so hey guys, that must be the quickest tent bug out ever. Tent down, all the kit packed away. In my bivvy bag, I've got my tent, sleeping bag, roll mat in there. Packs packed up with all my other kit. I've got my drone there and my wee bag of rubbish. I'm good to go. 6:15. Yeah, 6:15. I'll get you back at the car, guys. Back at the car for 6:30. So yeah, what can I say? Stunning area. Maybe not the best conditions. It's really cold this morning. I'm maybe thinking that was a blessing in disguise now that I couldn't get pitched up there because the wind was so strong this morning and so cold. Bitter ice cold it was. Anyway, I'm going to nip up the road. Maybe nip in at Abington or something, grab a brew, and I'll catch you on the next one.